Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to the Prophletics podcast, episode 2. I'm still here. This podcast is entitled, It Doesn't Take All of That. And when I say, it doesn't take all of that, I am basically talking about your workout. You know, a lot of people stay in the gym 1.5 to 2 hours. Weird enough, I've seen people in there for 3 hours. Doing what? I have no idea. They were there before I got there, and they were there after I got there. And I've trained clients and trained myself, and they're still in the gym. I have an explanation of how they're doing that. Steroids. But in either freaking way, it can be the length of your workout or what you're doing in your workout. And the base is that, it doesn't take all of that. All right. When it comes to people who lift too many doggone weights, like people will go in the gym and train one muscle group for about an hour and a half. Let's say chest, every man's, general man's favorite muscle group to train. Chest. The truth of the matter is, after about 20 to 25 minutes, the chest muscle is actually already exhausted. So what you're doing after your, the 25-minute period is basically overtraining yourself and over-tearing your muscle tissue. And when your muscle tissue shuts down and is not able to perform at its highest peak state, guess who comes in second to come in and move the weight? That's right. Those beautiful joints and tendons. And that's what happens to a lot of these older guys. Because I've talked to them. They've told me that, hey, if I was younger, I would have done it differently. I would have done it way differently because I wouldn't have tore up my joints. I would have had longevity. These guys have bad elbows and bad shoulders and bad hips and knees, basically because they admit later on in their years that, hey, I have been training wrong for the past 20 and 30 years or however long they've been training. They basically have regrets about how they've trained. And then they watch the younger generation or the next generation coming behind them, and they try to tell you all. But you are so damn egotistical that when somebody tells you, hey, you might want to, bring that weight down a little bit if you want some longevity, your ego, because you want to walk around swelled up in a tight little t-shirt or whatnot, and thinking that you're knowing what you're doing, won't allow you to listen to this individual who came before you. It would behoove a lot of you to lighten your damn weights. A lot of you have trash form with these heavy weights, but for some reason, you just want to go in the gym and lift magnanimous sizes of weights that you struggle with, and it's not even for you. 1, it's not even for you. 2, it's not even beneficial to your body. What you are doing, and this is something that we have very bad as far as personality goes in America. I don't know how it goes in other countries or whatnot, but in these American gyms, you want to push weights to impress other people who are watching or who you hope might be watching. You want somebody else to see you shoulder press 225 pounds, even though the ball and socket joint, which is your shoulders, has no business doing that. You want people around the gym to see you push 405 pounds, and you want people to see you squat 500 and something. For what? Somebody tell me for what? For what? A lot of you don't even participate in strongman competitions. You don't even have a goal. You're basically goalless when you go in the gym. You're just going in there to impress everybody else. If you knew what it really took to train your body the way that it needs to be trained, you would really be in shock and awe. I actually lost a client behind that. He wanted to start telling me after, my 10 years of actually doing this, 10 plus years of doing this and living the results of doing it correctly. He wanted to start going back to his impressing everybody else routines of lifting this goofy, stupid weight. And he's found another trainer that would allow him to do so. Their egos match perfectly. But he wanted to start sending me workouts of what he wanted to do. Well, I hate to tell you, but you're not in charge. That's not how this works. These guys out here have, tremendous egos, and they feel like if they're not benching 225, and for some reason 225 has become the man standard, the man standard in the gym. If you're lifting anything less than 225, then you're not a male, you're not an alpha male, and all of that corny crap or whatever, or you're weak or whatever the case is. Listen, your bench press has nothing to do with your skill set of being able to handle yourself, okay? There are a lot of people who bench 315, 405, squat all this crazy ass weight, who get their asses tuned up in the ring of any boxing or MMA or, martial arts setting. I have tuned plenty of them up. So this is, very, 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 very dangerous for you guys, not only for your body, but for your fragile egos as well. You walk around puffed up afterwards thinking that, hey, I've benched 405 today. I wish somebody would grab me, and you don't even train your legs. Your upper body's stronger than your lower body, which is not supposed to be. You're walking around with these uneven bodies built like yield signs and tornadoes with little legs and big upper bodies, Johnny Bravos, and you go out here and you think you're ready to defend the world, and I hate to tell you, but I don't hate to tell you, but that's not practical as far as self-defense goes. I've seen plenty of you guys get tuned up out here in the streets and in rings and things of that nature because you let that 405 go to your head or whatnot. So that is the number one. Hey, it doesn't take all of that. It doesn't take all of that corny weight to get a great workout. You shouldn't walk out of the gym like army crawling because you killed your legs, or you shouldn't walk out of there with the shakes and be injured. You're pretty much injuring yourself. Think about it. You're not able to train that muscle group again, quality, for another 48 to 72 hours. Why? Ding ding, because you've hurt yourself, dummy. You have really inhibited your body in using these muscle groups for the next couple of days. So not only is it not going to work properly in the gym for the next couple of days, but also it's not going to work at home properly for the next couple of days. Ding, ding, the same muscle groups that you think you're going to go out here and tune somebody up and save the world with, you've just impaired for the next 48 to 72 hours. You can't do anything. So you are hurting yourself, dummies. And then your joints and your tendons have taken over because your body, a lot of you don't even give your body a chance to get strong. Let's get in on that tangent right there. The inclination of weights. For a lot of males, for the most part, a lot of you guys, when you incline, which means going up in weight on any exercise, I'm going to keep using the bench because that's really what all of you guys, the majority of you really love to do. Training legs to you all is a 10-minute process, but training chest, woohoo, 2 hours. But yeah, they created this thing. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but they created this weight that you could actually incline with to actually go up in weight on. Before you put another 45 pounder on there, before you put another 35 pounder on there, before you put another 2 25 pounders on there. Guess what? There are 10s, there are 5s, there are 2.5s. Dudes' egos will not let them put a 2.5 pound weight on the outside of a bar, or a 5 pound weight on the outside of a bar. Rarely do you see a 10. Why is that? I have no freaking idea. With your body weight right now, if you gained 5 pounds, you'd feel it. If you gained 10 pounds, you'd feel it. If you gained 20 pounds, you definitely feel it. But your ego will not let you put these weights on the outside of the bar to actually give your body a chance to adjust to a heavier weight. You automatically want to go up 50 pounds, 70 pounds, 90 pounds, just for the optical impression. Again, the optical impression is destroying you guys, all right? It's destroying you guys. Overall, seriously. I see a lot of people my age range. I'm 40, and a little bit younger, with tore up, destroyed bodies because they did this thing the wrong way. Remove your ego, take the doggone weight down, A lot of you can't even control the weight. But as you incline on the weight and go up in the weights, try adding a 5, dummy. Try adding a 10. Try adding a 2.5. I'll put a 2.5 on there. I basically don't care what anybody thinks about me. I'm training my body for myself, and I'm not training it from an egotistical standpoint. So the inclination is always going to be the proper way with me at this point in time. Don't get me wrong. In my younger years, my lower 20s and things of that nature, I've done all of that egotistical madness and didn't get anywhere with it. So, listen to the experienced. Now, the other aspect of it doesn't take all of that, is your period of time in the gym. After that first 25 to maybe 30 minutes of training a muscle group, guess what? That muscle's done. It's already done. It's done all the work that you needed to give it in order for it to grow or, get a quality workout, I should say. You have done your job. You can either A, move to another muscle group, B, get some cardio, or C, walk out of the gym. What I prefer is, get some cardio, mix up your training or whatnot. But a lot of you guys are in the gym 1.5 to 2 hours, 2.5 hours, running your damn mouths. Or you've got these other individuals who are, sauced up, whose bodies recover a lot faster, who are in there maybe, 3 hours or whatnot. 3 hours in the gym if you're not doing something, that's a mixed approach, more so like weights, cardio, and boxing or something like that. Or, that's my example. 3 hours on the weights is insane. It's insane. There is no possible need to be in there 3 hours on the weights, even if you're powerlifting. Even powerlifters don't take that approach, and they take the absolute longest breaks in between their sets ever, 3 to 5 minutes. There's that meme on Instagram where this guy pulls out a lawn chair after he does his set. That's basically what they do, and they're not even in the gym 3 hours a day, but you other guys who want to, keep trying to optically impress everybody, you're in there in these long sessions and you're getting nothing from it. You're not getting anything from it. Like if your workout takes longer than that, then A, you're running your mouth too much, or B, you're lifting with too many people. You've got these groups of 3 to 4 people and all they are doing are standing around talking about what you're going to do this weekend, how last weekend was, how your life sucks and how you want to change this and how you want to change that. And you're looking at people all around the gym and you're not focused. So basically you're not working out. You've turned the gym into this social club of such or of sorts or whatnot. And, that's completely your choice. Don't get me wrong. If you want to make it a social hour or something like that, then that's on you. That's not my, perspective. But, as far as you actually getting something out of it, cut down the doggone groups, like 4 or 5 people working out at a time. If you're not, and all of you are on one station. Don't get me wrong. If there was like a circuit or something going on as to where, you've got one guy over here doing this and another guy doing this and another guy doing this, and all of you are working, first of all, the shutting up part would be taking place because all of you would be working. There would be no just 4 people talking about bullshit while one person's working out or, doing an exercise. And then when that one person stops, the next person starts, and then there's 4 other people talking about bullshit the entire time. This is gym behavior. It's also annoying, but yeah, this is the typical gym behavior when it comes to, people who work out in bunches. If you have a workout partner, then you should be supersetting, or the other people should be doing some type of cardio activity while it's going on or something. You're just doing a lot of unproductive things in the gym. And that's the other part of, it doesn't take all of that. It doesn't take all of those people. It doesn't take all of that time, and it doesn't take all of that damn weight. Once again, it doesn't take all of those people. It doesn't take all of that time, and it doesn't take all of that damn weight. All right, I'll be back after this.
grinding so long, grinding so long. Sometimes I wanna let it go, but I'm getting so strong. Yeah, the process is long, I'm talking super long. In the circles of jealousy, saying you don't belong. Homie, I fought it all, hell, I fought it all. I never beg and crawl, I'd rather break down the walls. Within your circle shape will lie the biggest snakes. It hurts when those closest to you are those that's on the brakes. So you lighten your load, cause those people you told is the reason you slow while you hard paving your road. And that's against the code, hating to see you grow. And when you blow, you send them an LMFAO, wanting to see you win, better yet twin to win. The first impression of success and we do it again. I was focused on team, steady chasing the dream. Although steady it seemed, steady swimming upstream. I gotta see it through, winning is what I do. So here from me to you, my best version debut. Cause I grind and I grind, I shine and I shine. The world is mine, take it one step at a time. When you look at me, tell me what is it you see. I'm just doing all I can to be all I can be. Cause I grind and I grind, I shine and I shine. The world is mine, take it one step at a time. Illusions on the net, pressure to be perfect. Photoshops and filters that have you feeling less. That ain't reality, repeat, not reality. Removing individuality manually. Be your authentic self, best for your mental health. That's where you find your worth, that's where you find your wealth. It's time to elevate, it's time to elevate. Time to refresh the slate, no more internal hate, no more procrastination. Fueling the fabrications, no imitations. Social media fixations, we all are great creations. Our gifts can raise the nations by raising our vibrations, positive affirmations. Time is a gift, be it slowly or swift. We are here for a purpose, no maybes or ifs. So when they say you less, you gotta push and press. Unnecessary stress ain't for you to digest. Your dreams are your own, but they meant to be sown, they meant to be shown. Go and get your throne. Cause I grind and I grind, I shine and I shine. The world is mine, take it one step at a time. When you look at me, tell me what is it you see. I'm just doing all I can to be all I can be. Cause I grind and I grind, I shine and I shine. The world is mine, take it one step at a time.
All right. Welcome back. Let's get into a little bit of boxing. Boxing. Today's boxing. What's good with it? What's going on? And why are there so many damn YouTubers and non-boxers in the ring? Nate Robinson, these Paul twins, and other people are trying their hand at coming into the sport of boxing, as unskilled as they are. Why is this going on? Because the top fighters in boxing for the longest of time have been taking too long to make fights happen. They're leaving the lane open. They're leaving a lane open for these YouTubers and celebrities and celebrity boxing matches who are going to get their asses hurt, like Nate did, unfortunately. They're leaving the lane for these guys to get into the boxing arena. And it's sad to see, because these YouTubers and celebrities do have the following. So when it comes to these venues or whatever, or, ticket sales or streaming sales, however they're doing, I'm not paying for the shit, so I don't know how they're getting any money behind this or whatnot. But they're leaving the lane open, and I blame the boxing, all these boxing sanctions. You've got the IBF, the WBO, the WBA, and the WBC. So everybody gets a damn belt. That's the issue with what's going on right now. Everybody gets a belt. Like Oprah said, you get a belt, you get a belt, everybody's champion. So if everybody's champion and you have 4 different champions in one weight class, then nobody's going to be in a rush to actually come and compete with the next individual. It's happening far too often. It's happening far too long. The only fighter who I see currently who is not really about that shit is Canelo Alvarez. Once he split from Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy, he only wants to fight the top 1 or 2. He either wants the mandatory or the belt holder. He's not going to fight, somebody who's number 5 or number 6. He wants only the best. So he's only going to fight whoever has a belt or whoever he has to fight to maintain his belt. These other guys, I don't know what they're doing. They're too busy out here in the media. Boxers are more in the media than they are in the doggone ring. There's this guy, Demetrius Andrade or whatever, in the media a lot. I haven't seen the guy fight. He's calling out big names or whatever. He's calling out your Canelos, your Triple G's, or whatever. But this guy hasn't even earned the right to fight these guys yet. So it's more so like he's, chasing a paycheck. The undisputed 135 pounder, Vasily, the guy who defeated Vasily Lomachenko, was Teofimo Lopez. That fight happened in October 2020, October 17th, 2020. He's just been solely in the media since then. Like, these guys, like, he has all 4 belts in the 135 pound weight class. But where's your next fight? These guys go completely inactive as far as fights go. This is April 8th, 2021. Where are the fights at? Where's the Devin Haney fights and what's going on? Like, why is there so much ducking going on in boxing? And it's becoming like a media annoyance type thing. Like, they're out here more so begging for attention and brand building versus, hey, my brand is to beat up the best. My brand is to defeat the best. And these governing sanctioning bodies are just as responsible, because what they don't want to do is risk their cash cow, losing. And yeah, it's becoming a real shame on the sport. Nobody wants to see number 1 fight number 17, number 1 fight number 13. We only want to see the top fighters. There should only be 1 belt per weight class. If there was only 1 belt per weight class, then everybody will only go after that top dog. And you have to defend that against the number 2, pretty much. That is the fact that everybody gets to hold a piece of a championship pie. It has become a selfish, hideaway, ducking procedure type of, conversation that goes on in boxing. And because of this, people are turning away. People are losing interest. People are straight losing interest. Like, if Teofimo wasn't in the media taking so many pictures in suits and ties with the belts, a lot of people wouldn't even know who he was or who he is. Where are your fights at, man? Where are your fights? We've got the, contract, not necessarily a fight date, but the contracts and agreements are going for Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. But where are the fight dates? Where are the fight dates? Where are the fight dates? And because these guys are dragging along like that, everyone except for Canelo keeps the train moving. He's already talking about his next fight before his current fight. He's keeping the ball rolling. He wants the belts, the belts, the belts. That's how you're supposed to do it. He wants only the top. He wants to unify the divisions. That's how you're supposed to do it. Because these other guys are dragging feet, staying in the media, on Instagram, getting their highlight and shine and likes and loves on and shares on, they have left a lane open for these YouTubers. These people who are going to go out here and get their asses handed to them. These people who are going to go out here and get slept. These people with no skills, none of them at all, but because these venues aren't getting these fighters to book like they should, guess what? The next best thing is a YouTuber with millions of followers, or a celebrity with millions of followers, because that's going to get their bills paid as far as the venues go. And possibly, the ticket or streaming sales. I'm not, like I said, I'm personally not going to go see that shit, nor am I going to pay for that shit. I'll see it after it happens, after when YouTube re-airs it or something like that, or I'll hear about it. Like, I have no interest in that, because I don't want to see any rock'em sock'em robots, out there trying to, try their hand at boxing, especially when you have no training, no amateur background, and you're not even serious about this. It's more so like a trolling situation for you, but I blame the boxers and the governing boxing sanctioned bodies for allowing this trash to happen. So that's where I'm going to wrap up today. hopefully, you enjoyed the podcast. Like I said, I will be taking music submissions. So share the podcast with your artist friends. I'm not only taking, rappers, I'm taking neo soul artists, taking R&B artists. I'll even feature, a dope producer. If it sounds good, I'll play it like I said before, though. If it does not sound good, if you rap ahead of the beat, if you can't keep a beat, I can't play it. I can't do it. If you do not know how to count your bars and your measures and you're all over the place, can't do it. If I can't understand what you're saying, if you're humming, I can't play it. I won't even do it. I won't do it to you. I won't do it to myself. It's enough avenues for that stuff out there. The mumble rap and all of that stuff. That's not my lane. It's not happening over here. Also, I'll be taking ideas from you all for subject matter. So you can submit music. You can submit ideas. You could even submit complaints. I can tell you what basket that complaint thing is going to after I read it if it doesn't make any sense. But you can send it all to Prophletics at gmail.com. Prophletics at gmail.com. Once again, I am your host, Keyston Reece. They call me Coach Reece, master fitness trainer, nutritionist, boxing coach, and also Masters Amateur Boxing competitor. Yeah, I have unfinished business in that arena. I got injured when I was younger. So, yeah, I got some business to finish up in the amateur ranks, and then I should be done with that. So, I hope you all enjoy your day. I hope you remain positive. I hope you all are practicing social distancing and all of that. And if you're not practicing social distancing, I at least hope you're brushing your teeth. So, y'all have a great day. And episode 3